Okay, it says we're live. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are here on the lovely Shopping Madness Day. So if you are not out shopping, congratulations. Or if you are shopping online, also congratulations for staying out of the stores, the brick and mortar stores at least. But hello, welcome. My mother is currently going out into the madness. She went to Tractor Supply Company this morning to get like the bulk packages of soot blocks for the birds for the winter, because they had a 50% off the second bulk box today. So she went and got 2 of the big boxes with like 10 each in them. So that probably won't last us all winter, but it will last us a while. Especially because the squirrels are really good about getting into them. Don't know how you describe squirrel behavior. They are very good at finding ways into the suet blocks and eating them, just like chunk by chunk. So once the squirrels discover them again, they're going to be gone in like inside of a day to 2 days. So we're more so feeding the squirrels than we are the birds at this point, with the suet blocks. But it's still kind of fun because the birds do get a little bit. So let's see what else. So yesterday was Thanksgiving. I hope you had a wonderful one. Since we had cooked the turkey the day prior, we didn't have to worry about the turkey getting done and sort of like calculating the time for that. So we wound up just, I set up the Christmas tree with Mom's help. So we decorated for Christmas while waiting for time to cook to come around. And then we had a lovely dinner. And yeah, so it was very, very sort of like low key energy. We did FaceTime some family down in Florida for a few minutes, but yeah. So, and we had already called my Colorado fam, but then they called again in the evening. So, just fun stuff like that. Just all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving. Kara says, I'm also participating in Dabble's writing sprints today. So there's the link for that in case you want to stream hop. For those who have been interested in learning more about AutoCrit, there is a demo session today at 2 p.m. Here's the link for that. Kate is here. Hello, pretty chilly in Alberta, but I like the snow. It makes everything look magical. Yes. Excellent. Stace said it started snowing here this morning. No real coverage, but boy, is it cold. I feel for you. Kate says, I have my snuggle slippers on at the office today, and we'll go and make some tea before we start. Nice. Now, is Snuggles, is that a brand name or just like you describing them as your snuggly? I don't actually know. It is a brand name. Okay. There we go. And they look very comfy. So, perfect. I have chai tea today in case you are wanting a flavor inspiration. I have chai. Mom Maggie is here. Hello. Yes, if you want to rewatch the book launch that just streamed, make sure you check out Mom Maggie's channel. Mom Maggie has a new book. I've also pinned this to the top of the chat. This is the short link for the Google Drive folder for the Advent calendar prompt, which is what I'm going to be working on today. Is I'm going to be making sure that I have probably the first 5 like really solid and ready to go. I'm going to try anyway. You love all the extra words. Yes. That's one of the options. Kind of. You love all the extra lore as one of the options for the poll today. Monique's answer is I like epilogues more than prologues. Yeah, I think I feel the same. Although sometimes prologues are really good and necessary sometimes. But for a lot of readers, they want to be dropped into the story like really quickly. And prologues tend not to do that in the way that they've been classically written. So yeah. So there is that. But the only shopping that you're planning to do is to get applesauce and dishwashing gloves. You need to bake for guests that are coming over tomorrow. Nice. Hopefully you will be able to get those with very little effort and chaos. Megan says, hello, I'm working on an art history paper and I'm kind of stuck. So maybe this will help me get unstuck. What are you stuck on? Are you stuck on like a lack of motivation, or are you stuck on not enough research, or like lacking an interpretation of something? What has you stuck, my dear? Stacy says, I'm trying to buy 2 books online, but most of our shopping was done on Wednesday online. Hubby told me not to show him the total. Right? Yeah, I've spent far more than I would like to admit. But I, you got to pay it eventually, so you got to know how much you got to pay. Let's see. Stacy agrees with Monique about the epilogues. Prologues have their place, but you love epilogues. Yeah, epilogues tend to be that last like happily ever after. Like things have returned to peace type of thing. So yeah, but I kind of feel like they're just like the last chapter that's supposed to be the last chapter, sometimes I feel like you could have just turned this into a chapter. And like you didn't have to necessarily label it as an epilogue. I got hairs that want to come out of the bun. Oh well. CB says, I managed to watch the parade on YouTube. Nice. I did not. You love epilogues because they're a very easy way to tie up the loose end. Yes, this is true. Monique got to see Wicked on Wednesday. Nice. I hope you enjoyed it. Monique says, I also have an Asterian Funko Pop now. Fun. Yay. CB had grilled cheese for dinner yesterday. Nice, because I know that's what your plan was. Excellent. Alexandria says, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Stacy just made pomegranate flavored tea that you're trying out in a bit. I don't know if I'm going to like it. It was in a bunch of teas that I was gifted. Nice. Let us know if you like it. That was one of the things I did was, as I know my sister-in-law loves tea, as do I. And I found that several tea companies do like a very large sampler box. And so she was turning a significant milestone birthday this year. And so I found a sampler box that was the number of years for flavors, like that number of flavors. So I sent her that for her birthday. So hopefully she will find some that she enjoys in there. But I don't know if a pomegranate was in there. Your mother had to call the care office from Houston again because you've been left with no rotation again. Oh, no. That's frustrating. Alexander says, I think I'm going to make raspberry hibiscus tea. Ooh, that sounds delicious too. Yum. I am officially all out of my cranberry lime green tea. So now I have to decide whether or not I want to pay an exorbitant amount of money to Amazon because it's apparently not a regularly, like it's not in any of the regular stores around here. So I have to decide if I'm going to order it, if I'm going to be special and order it, or if I'm just going to like do without until I can randomly find it again. I'll probably order it at some point. Megan says, I watched the 24-hour live stream of Huell Hauser. Yes, this was the journalist that you told us about. Episodes from PBS SoCal, Southern California. Highly recommend. See, we got a new sandwich maker. Lovely. It's enormous. Is it a George Foreman type sandwich maker? Like a press type thing? Tazo has a cold jug of hibiscus tea at Target, and it's delicious. Ooh, okay. Nice. I think I've only had hibiscus tea a couple of times. But from what I remember, they were all lovely. So I think I'm going to have to find a clip. Like this. Now, now there's just like a piece that has escaped. So I'm going to find a clip and clip that back to the backside of my head. Like the backside of my head is not my problem unless it starts bothering my neck. So, yeah. Ooh, okay, so we have the lion inverted today. What does that mean? Be generous of spirit is the main message. I still haven't found the turkey, y'all. The card for the turkey, still haven't found it. Don't know what happened to it. So it also lets you know I have not cleaned my desk off. So, all right. Be generous of spirit. But again, this was in the inverted position. So, do you doubt that you can do much good? Are you stuck in a state of scarcity thinking, who am I to lead, or who am I to step into my dream? Who am I to have an amazing relationship? Who am I to think I can help? And I will insert, this is also like that imposter brain of like, who am I to be a great author? Who am I to get published? Who am I to publish my own stuff? That kind of mindset. Lion Spirit is here to tell you that the antidote for low self-esteem is stepping into healthy pride. Of course, you can do all that you desire. The spark of the Great Spirit lives inside you, and you are here to steward that amazing energy into the world. The lion knows that the Great Spirit invested in you so that you might be a channel for the Spirit's love and generosity. Take pride in your role, seeking to bring abundance of love into the world. Perhaps you do much good already, but you are feeling unappreciated, wanting to hold back your gifts and hoard them for yourself. Maybe you are looking for attention and praise. Maybe you are even being generous with the expectation that you would be entitled to a repayment. Know that the real magic happens when you remember there is always enough and you are always enough. Give freely without agenda or expectation, and let the lion remind you that in giving you receive. And then you will see that you are appreciated. So stop comparing yourself to others and seeing yourself as less than, for within you is a wellspring of generosity. There you go. There you go. No imposter mindset. That's not, we need to kick that in the butt. Be proud of yourself. Acknowledge for yourself that you are worthy and that you can do it. And that as long as you recognize your own efforts, you should not be seeking external validation for your efforts. So there's that. It's kind of a George Foreman, but it has the indentations for what we call a toasty. Okay. Ooh, Monique just got a slice of cake from what you baked yesterday. Yes, I had key lime pie. My lunch consisted of stuffing, turkey gravy, and key lime pie. That was my lunch. So, Kate says, yes, since I've been given a new position at work. Yay! Something you've always wanted, but I know it will be wonderful. Yes, and congrats on the new position. Hooray! Monique pulled the Empress from your Buffy Tarot deck. Nice. Okay, all about fertility, growth, authority. Yes. This is talking to me from yesterday. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, the imposter mindset definitely gets its roots in you. For sure. Mom Maggie says, congrats to Kate. Woohoo, and congrats from Megan. Monique says, congrats. How exciting, right? Yes. And Alexandria says, that sounds super delicious. This was the, did I miss it? Raspberry, blueberry, strawberry pie. Ooh, that does sound delicious. Yes. Becca is here and says, hello. Hello. Welcome. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And now, I think here you mentioned that your brother or brother-in-law was coming over earlier, but now can you decorate for Christmas? Tabitha says, celebrating Thanksgiving a day later, got into a spat with your family. Oh no, came here to cool off. Welcome. Welcome. And hopefully things will cool down for you. Thanks for the sprints. You're welcome. You're welcome. Kate says, thank you. Yes, we are proud of you. Yay. CB says, to make grilled cheese or to go and get a piece of treacle and custard. Are you wanting sweet or savory? Because or savory and then sweet. Yes, decorations are all. Yay! Excellent. Mine are as well. We still have to decorate the front of the house, but the inside we have decorated. And I think we discovered that I donated the antler headbands. So I'm gonna have to get some more of those because I no longer have sparkly antler headbands, and I'm kind of sad about it. So I may have to go back to the Dollar Tree and get some more of those. Mom Maggie says, I want to decorate today. But I think at the end of your stream, you said you wanted 5,000 more words to get to your 50,000 for the month. So is that going to be your reward, or are you going to decorate and then do it tomorrow? Or like you could do 2,500 today, decorate, and then do 2,500 tomorrow. Alexandria says, you can never go wrong with the grilled cheese. Yes. More like than not, the feeling appreciated. Gotcha. Yeah, as the cook on Thanksgiving, but you're working on letting that go. You were the only one who actually ate yesterday afternoon. Oh. Well, what was everybody else up to? You put your tree up yesterday. Excellent. Yes. Maggie says, hubby is leaving to work the overnight in 6 hours. So, so you will be able to decorate all you want, right? Yes. I think you're going to use the Empress as your prompt to write about Shadowheart and how she's doing after the events of Baldur's Gate 3. Nice. Treacle tart. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Gotcha. She gets a nightmare based on her evil ending, and it makes her realize that she values being with her family and taking care of their homestead more than going out on crusades. There's some character growth. Tabitha says, my family put up the Christmas in late October. Didn't even wait for Halloween, eh? Oh. She still values her religion because of her parents, but she wants to contribute to her community. Gotcha. Thankfully, Saloon is very understanding. Love an understanding character. Writing first, then your reward. Gotcha. You are decorating with woodland animals and snowflakes this year. Fun. Oh, so fun. I took a snapshot of some ribbon that I saw in the store, and I thought it was really cute, and it was very woodlandsy. But it was a while back. I think it was maybe in September-ish, something in there. But it was really cute. It had foxes with sweaters and birds. No, hedgehogs. There we go. and then mushrooms. So they had, yeah, I don't know how. So they had a mushroom and foliage situation, and then they had little critters. I don't know if that one's gonna, no. And then they had foxes and hedgehogs in sweaters and hats, and that's just not gonna focus. Okay, I give up then. Note to self: figure out how to do that. Figure out how to do that. You have a Super Mario tree ornament, and I've ordered a Luigi to match. Oh, fun! Woodland animals and snowflakes sounds amazing. Yes. Yes. Just to note, Selûne is the name of Shadowheart's goddess and the only deity that doesn't suck. And Baldur's Gate 3 proper. Nice. Tabitha says, that's adorable. My family has a nutcracker theme going on. Some of it's a little meh, but truly some of the pieces are really pretty. Our theme is throw everything at the tree. Just like everything. So we have no theme. The theme is maybe maximalism in terms of what goes on the tree. There is no, because everybody has their favorite ornaments and they all have to go on. So we do have quite a few wood ornaments, and we have quite a few fabric, either like crocheted snowflakes from my grandmother or little puffy Christmas trees that my mom made. And yeah, crocheted angels. But then we also have like a whole bunch of metal, like leaf and stuff. I don't know. We have one orb that is made out of the ashes from Mount St. Helens. We have an aspen tree leaf that has been like dipped in gold somehow. Like, I don't know how that preserves it, but it does. Or it's like the skeleton of it. Again, I don't understand how that part works, but so we've got the real gold leaf. Things like that. So we just have like a random assortment of things. We have clothespin, a reindeer, we just have all kinds of things. So we don't have a theme. We have chaos. So CB says, I have a mishmash of ornaments: Harry Potter, Marvel, Batman, some generic. I have some nutcracker figures marching around the base of the tree. Gotcha. Yeah, we have quite a few ceramic pieces that my mom painted in the 80s. Like, she went to a ceramics workshop and they were doing both the nativity scenes as well as ornaments. So we've got quite a few of those. But yeah. Pretty much every decoration on the tree is Star Wars related. I'm sure this comes as a shock to no one. Nope. Your theme is Christmas. Yes, exactly. Theme is Christmas. Yes, I like that. The tree will be whatever my mom wants it to be. That's all I know. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And so it's like, I know when we would put up my grandmother's tree, it was whatever grandma wanted. But some years when mom's been extra tired, it's just been up to whoever is putting the Christmas tree together. So you could also go with that. If, like, it's whoever is putting it up. They get to decide. So you ordered some proper storage for your tree and ornaments. We still have, we put the Christmas tree back in its box, and its box is not falling apart yet, which is good, knock on wood. And we have a bunch of like the old popcorn tins and stuff that we put the ornaments in along with gift wrapping paper, that stuff. So yeah. Anyway, okay, so we pulled the lion inverted, all about shaking off that imposter syndrome and recognizing your own worth and efforts. Now we need a sprint. We need a sprinty sprint. Let's start with the 25-minute sweater timer. Okay, and put up the banner. There we go. Since space is a premium in this house, it's essential to have proper storage. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Kate says, perfect. Yes, we need a sweater timer for the cold and snowy day. Mad says, I'm apparently incapable of remembering the stream, and YouTube is incapable of reminding me. And yet you are here. So you did you did remember. But yeah, YouTube notifications are iffy. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Again, I mentioned that my goal is, I think, to make sure my first about 5 of the Advent calendar prompts are ready. We'll see if we can get that, because I've been kind of hopping around in the order. So yeah. So that's my goal. So 1, pull up your document or go ahead and save it if you've already been working. 2 is to make sure that you have something to hydrate. Cheers. Mom Maggie says, I keep so much in totes. Growing up with a hoarder turned me into a little OCD. Yeah. Yeah, we have the nativity set is in one tote. The outdoor stuff is in another. Then we have the ornaments. Then we have the linens. So we technically have 4 totes, 4 large totes for Christmas. So we're working on getting that down, but it may stay that many. Anyway, so let's do this. So 1, save. 2, sip. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is, if you need a break, take a break. Does ice from an old Sonic drink count as hydration? Sure. It's water, just in another form. 25 minutes. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I finished one, I think, and I'm working on the second one. Second one is a little bit trickier, but I'm about 50% done with it, I think. Again, I want to make sure that I have at least 5 sort of like ready to go in some sort of fashion for they may not be like quite as long as I had initially planned, but that's okay. And you may get a few more poems from me, just because they might sort of fill in the fill in the gaps. So I didn't get a whole lot of words, but I did a lot of thinking and editing and fixing and more fixing and more fixing, but it's okay. Yeah, so that's where we are. Dum. Monique says Marvel created a 10-hour-long lo-fi version of The Ballad of the Witch's Road, and you're listening to it. Nice. Becca says I used that sprint to brainstorm, drink some tea, get ready to make some more changes to the screenplay. Nice. I did get up and go get some clips for the back of my hair that was bothering me. So I did that as well. But other than that, I just sat and tried to figure out where this little writing prompt is going. So Monique is still writing. Excellent. Good. 370 words thus far. Nice. Kate says, thank you. I was working on my blog posts. Now I'm going to head out for lunch. If I don't see you when I get back, I will most likely do the replay. Excellent. Enjoy your lunch. Make sure that you drive safely because I know that you said it was snowing. So dishwasher has been loaded and laundry loads switched and the youngest has arrived. Excellent. I started the dishwasher before I sat down to write. So that should be done when I get done. Actually, it should be done before we get done, but you know, it's okay. Shadowheart is talking with Isabel and Dame Aelin, who both fought alongside her. Nice. Oops, it jumped. See, we got 332 words. Excellent. Good. Tabitha transcribed about 1,000 words handwritten from yesterday. 2 more pages to go. Nice. Shadowheart is going to choose a new domain because she no longer wants to be a war domain cleric. She only switched to that from trickery as a part of her becoming a Cellunite. Interesting. I feel like you could be both trickery and war domain. But that's just my brain. So pomegranate tea was pretty good. Okay, good. Excellent. You didn't get much else done that sprint, but hey, we at least now know that the pomegranate tea is good. She's no longer at war now. Gotcha. There's more subclasses coming out soon. Excellent. Good. You're doing a re-listen to your launch stream at 2 times and realized you forgot to read the blurb. Oh no! You're so disorganized. It's embarrassing. It happens. It happens. Anytime I get excited about stuff, which I'm sure you're always excited about your book launches, I like constantly, I'm just like, my brain goes into hyper like boing, boing, boing squirrel mode. So yeah. Maz hasn't finished yet. But there are going to be more subclasses coming soon. Excellent. Yeah. It's a D&D thing. Okay. For you, Shadowheart switching from trickery to war was part of her knowing that she's entering into a war against the Mind Flayers. Saloon, however, can support the life domain. Yeah. I don't know enough about Dungeons and Dragons to really know what the domains do. But it's like I just maybe it's because I'm so fond of the Odyssey and Odysseus in particular that trickery is a part of warfare to my brain. So I don't, yeah. So somehow, and I guess because Athena is also like wisdom, but also warfare. So somehow, I don't know, my brain equates the two very easily. Strategy, essentially. Technically, you cannot change your domains, but you can change them in Baldur's Gate 3. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I don't know enough about D&D because that was never, it was the revival of when I was in middle and high school, it was in the midst of the Bible Belt revival of the satanic craze. So D&D was not really allowed at all anywhere near us. So yeah. So it was not a part of my growing up. I wish it had been, but it wasn't. So the warp pipes just gobbled everyone up and brought them into the anteroom. Ooh. Oh my. You were raised Catholic and you never heard of them until uni. Then you became a LARPer. Nice. Yeah, no, we had, I don't know, it was like, I grew up in the midst of collector stuff, I guess, because we had the Beanie Babies, we had the Pokemon cards the first go around, but it was also like D&D because of, I think, the sort of Pokemon strategy game stuff like started, maybe not because, it was just like during the same time frame. D&T had started to like peripherally be mentioned, and then like real quick, so many churches around where I grew up, so many churches, and so it was just like it just became shut down real quick. Yeah, so you never heard of the Satanic Panic either. Yeah, well, it comes and it goes. That's the thing. Like it comes and it goes. So, did you have Pogs? No, I don't think Pogs were really part of. I don't think Pogs was very popular. So it's like Pokemon was, Magic the Gathering to some extent, Beanie Babies, and then you had the little teeny tiny skateboards, like for doing tricks with your fingers on the desk. Anyway, there were guys that had like whole folders of those. Like, the big zip folders for CDs, but they kept their little mini skateboards in there. I don't know. Times were weird, man. Times were weird. You loved the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. You were brought up Catholic, but your parents were permissive-ish. You entirely missed Magic the Gathering too, even at uni. Yeah. Well, from what I understand, and this may be completely wrong, but Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering, they both have like sets of rules that you have to follow, but depending on the Dungeons and Dragons game frame and the dungeon master, there's like more chaos that's permissible. Like you could do more. I don't know if that's right or not. Whereas Magic the Gathering was much more streamlined in some ways. I don't know if that's accurate or not. That's my impression of them. The only gigantic no-no was cussing for you. Yeah, I figured. I figured. All right. Let's go ahead and go for another sprint. Let's swap over to my printer is waking up. Let's swap over to the Cozy Fox. It's not preset. You follow rules, sure, but it's following a story, and the GM isn't supposed to force the characters to do stuff. Gotcha. Okay. Your son-in-law is a huge Magic the Gathering player. Spent so much on him last year. Magic the Gathering is not cheap. Yeah. I would imagine neither of them really is. But yeah. Okay. Let's do the second sprint. Don't forget to answer the poll. How do you feel about prologues and epilogues? Meh, I skip the prologue when I read. They should have just been a chapter. They're fine in the right book. Or yes, I love all the extra lore. And then if you have a different opinion, just pop that in the chat. Either way. Also, don't forget to do your self-promo. Make sure that if you have books out, books coming out soon, books out recently, or books on sale, let us know where to find them. Also, let us know where to find your socials and any other of the fun stuff that you are doing. So, yeah. All right. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I finished the second one. I'm on the third one that I'm sort of finishing up. And again, I'm like 60% done with it, I think. I'm having a little bit more trouble with this one. I'm not quite liking the style of this one a little bit as much as I liked the other ones that I've done. Oh, actually, I guess I'm on number 5, technically. I skipped number 3. I want to flesh out a little bit more, but I'm like going to ignore it for the moment. 4, I like the idea I have. So again, I'm going to flesh that out a little bit. But now I'm working on 5 because I didn't really have a good idea for it. So now I'm like nailing it down, sort of like trying to get a better idea of it. And it is somewhat coming along. Somewhat. But anyway. Poor Mama Maggie. Mama Maggie is being dragged to town. Child is dragging you to town with her on Black Friday. No. So Mom Meg is wishing us to be blessed and happy productivity. Rachel says blessings and condolences. Oh no, hope you make it back in one piece, right? Yes. You just need dog food so you don't have to go this weekend. Yeah, which depending on the weather, if you could do it before weather gets worse, that's always a good option. But I love my dog. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, don't forget, if you have a self-promo, please pop that in the chat. Mom Maggie says, my Amazon page with 99-cent sale on Pagosa Stars books. Here is the link. This was fun. Finished your transcribing, so you have to head back down to Thanksgiving Chaos. Apparently, my toddler of niece is going tab, asking for you. Yes. Thank you so much for the welcome repeat. You're welcome. Come back anytime you want. You lost me in the pile of windows. Oh no. Prologue versus epilogue versus anything or nothing. You typically skip your prologue. You decided you'll just begin in the action or the villain scene, kind of set the stage. You do add the epilogue though, but you don't call it that. It becomes a chapter revealing what is happening since the climax, kind of more of a denouement. Yes, I think this is how you spell it as well. Denouement. I think so. Of course, that may not be how you pronounce it, but I believe this is the correct way to spell it. I believe in my cobwebby brain. This is where Mom Maggie was getting dragged away. Monique says, I wrote a bit where Liesl decides to create a place to raise the newly united Gith. They're going to reform their belief system. Liesl wants to help raise the next generation of Gith without calling out whoever is weak. Probably a good plan. And now you're trying to create a new love interest for Gale. It's going to be a Blade Singer Wizard. Sounds fun. Stevie gets 78 words. Nice. They've begun the security procedure. Excellent. Maz is doing your shopping online. Once you get to a certain amount of words, you're up to 44,500 from 21,000 last week. Yeah, I did add quite a few words. I think I'm now somewhere around the 40-ish. Is that right? Yeah, I'm also at 44. So 4403. 44003. brain. So I did do quite a bit. You can see I moved a lot of my orange stickies around. Military Operation Black Friday. Yeah. Having trouble getting into working mode today, probably because of the holiday. You're going to keep staring at the document, though. Or you do keep staring at it. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely not making as much progress as I wanted to. Like I was hoping to just be like, blah, blah, and have it done. I guess that's what typing sounds like in my brain. I don't know. But I at least have they're relatively clean, so I don't have to do too much additional cleanup after this. So, which is good. So, Rachel finished a chapter of revisions, but the cold is kicking your booty. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your sprints. You're going to chill out or take a nap. Fair enough. Please take care of yourself. Okay. Let's go ahead and do another sprint. Let's do the deer. And I'm going to also blow my nose after I mute, because that would be rude of me to do it where y'all can be I thought you were displaying word vomiting, but yeah, I don't know. Somehow that bleh is like downloading the words into typing form. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. That was just my attempt at making a sound that went with it. Okay, we're going to go with the deer for our next timer. So, 1, save your document, all the wonderful progress we're making. 2, make sure that you take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So I have at the moment I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I have seven completed um, prompts, and most of them are in the first sort of like week. I still have two. Yeah, I still have two that I want to edit for the first week, but for now, I have at least if a week. Like roughed out, and 5 of the 7 are edited. So yay. And then I realized I have not gone into my bullet journal for most of this week and done things. So we're going to have to figure that out. Go back and recall and look at the calendar and see what we had for dinner and all that. So I'm going to have to go back and fill this in. Because I did a terrible job this week. But it's okay. It's okay. Some weeks are better than others. I do not know how many words I wrote. I didn't look at what my start point was. It is not a whole lot of additional words. And most of it was sort of futzing and editing. I deleted a whole lot of what I wrote and then rewrote stuff. So, but anyway, it's at least something. CB got 211 words. Fantastic. Good job, CB. Good job. I'm going to save my work. Because. Okay. Let's get the picture poll option. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. There it is. Precious says, hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right. When it comes to how do we feel about prologues and what about epilogues? 52% say they're fine in the right book, in the right kind of book. 34% of us say, yes, I love all the extra lore. 8% say they should have just been a chapter, and 4% say specifically, meh, I skip the prologue when I read. So there we go. That is how that falls. Sundays, December 1st. Do you prefer to build your character's world or destroy it? So, like, is your main character in a tiny world and you find yourself expanding their world exponentially as they go off on an adventure, or do they start with a lot of things and you tend to break down everything they ever knew and believed? So, do you torture your darlings? Essentially. That is going to be for Sunday, December 1st. So hopefully I will tomorrow, this afternoon and tomorrow, I'm going to be spending sort of like prepping stuff for and scheduling for videos, just like little short videos to go out for AuthorTube Advent Calendar. Again, I'm finding myself doing more poems than I am like full flash fictions, just to make it easier on myself. So you may get a lot of poems from me, but that's what you may get. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget to save, and I will hopefully see y'all soon. So yeah, and also enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the last weekend of November, and I will see y'all soon. All right, bye.